Anyway, so since we played the original Legend of Zelda, yeah, they've revealed more about the new one that's coming out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did like a tech demo on it or something at an award show in December. And yeah, it looks really cool. They're like basically backing up what they were talking about, the way the world is like seamless. It really is like a 3D version of Link to the Past.
Cool.
Just the way like there's no loading times. Like you could see a mountain way off in the distance and you can just walk to it. You could walk straight to it, or you could walk around a whole bunch of other shit. You can do whatever you want.
Awesome.
The only thing I don't like so far is the world felt kind of empty, but it's probably like in the alpha or beta stages, so they still have a lot to add. But there was like a point where it was Onuma or whatever his name is, and Shigeru Miyamoto. They were sitting down and playing it, and there's just a point where he's like riding Epona the horse, and the world felt kind of empty, like there weren't a lot of enemies. They were just like riding through like random forests. So hopefully they like add more enemies and make it more random.
You know they will.
Yeah. When I was watching this, I was thinking like, yeah, Nintendo probably won't do this because they're Nintendo, and Zelda's not an online game. Like, obviously, you like Zelda and the internet. Like, well, what would it even do? But I was thinking because I spent some of the fall playing Destiny on Xbox One.
Okay.
That's like an MMO, and the way that works is and like those kind of MMO games, because they're always connected to the internet, is you like go to a map, and the enemies that appear there are like driven by the internet. Like the server is telling, like, oh, the enemies are gonna come out now, and that's like being fed to you from the internet. So I was thinking, like, what if they did that for a Zelda game? Is like the world, like the Hyrule was interactive and always changing day by day. And it wasn't like set on a path. Like instead, like the Nintendo servers, if your console's online, would be like, oh, at this part in like the southwest desert of Hyrule or whatever, there's going to be an event today at 4:30, where if the player is there and interacts with, maybe they get like 300 rupees or something.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
Yeah, if it was just like random events, I thought that would be cool. And that's probably like they're probably way off from doing something like that.
No, yeah, you know it. That's not a bad idea, though.
The game looks really pretty, though. Like, Nintendo knows how to make their hardware work.
I hope so.
Yeah, because everyone in the Wii U is like the weakest of the new consoles and everything, but Nintendo knows how to like develop on their platform, and that's how Nintendo's the only one who can get games running at like true 1080p, 60 frames per second on the Wii U. You're gonna faint. No, you're gonna get Ekans, but you should probably withdraw. Well, it's not gonna matter because as soon as the battle's over, you're gonna faint. I would have kept him in and just get in a free hit before he faints.
I want to go to Scott.
Yeah, he is your best Pokemon.
Actually, I think he's at the same level as Charmeleon.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize how bad you'd been training Charmeleon.
Oh man, I haven't even been going on Roland. Fuck.
That's
because he doesn't learn shit.
Yeah,
He sounds just like me. I don't learn shit real quick.
Learn shit, dude. You have hit your ceiling, the glass Pokemon ceiling.
I knew I'd live here.
Now then, why'd you battle me?
Oh, little bastard. Aw, this bitch doesn't want to fight too.
So because the like rule of Pokemon is that, you know, if trainers lock eyes, they have to battle.
Yeah.
Do you think
you're obviously not looking at them in the game?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is before they. Yeah, I think this is Game Boy limitation. They didn't know how to like turn the sprite after it had been interacted with.
Can't even turn their heads.
Or maybe I don't know. Really, this game is like amazing for the Game Boy compared to like most Game Boy games. Like Game Boy games are very. It's hard to like.
I want to argue with you, but I don't have any good examples.
I don't know because I didn't know a lot of Game Boy games as a kid. This was like one of the only ones. But for anyone who's like too young, like the Game Boy was way before their. Hell, the Game Boy was kind of before my time. I didn't even play on the original Game Boy.
The first Game Boy game I ever actually the first game I ever played in history, in my own history, was Kirby's Dream Land for the
Oh
Game
yeah,
Boy.
the original.
Yeah, and dude, that was the shit. Like, I think the graphics still look impeccable.
Yeah. But that's like first party though. That's like Nintendo and HAL. Well, I imagine that was probably HAL that made that. But like, how do I explain it? For anyone that didn't experience the Game Boy, like anything Nintendo makes naturally looks really good. They know how to make games. But the Game Boy is full of like other games made by third-party developers.
That's true.
It's a very beep boop system where like the games are like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like they're like total shit because the Game Boy is weaker than the NES. It's like less advanced than the NES. It's like barely a step up from Atari.
Dude, there's a girl on YouTube. She's one of the Pokemon girls, but she showed one of her most hated games, and it was Rugrats, Angelica something. And I remember seeing the game when I had a Game Boy, but I've never seen the game until I looked at her video, and oh my god, dude, that was fucking shitty, dude.
That's how a lot of them were.
Yeah.
So, like, in retrospect, like, this is the same console. This game came out on the same thing. Think about how, like, imaginative and expansive this game is.
Because you get the Pokemon's backs, it kind of looks 3D, you know?
Yeah, it's like, there's so much, it's like an entire world. It's not just like a little arcadey game. This game is huge compared to most Game Boy games. It's so, like, diverse and complicated. This is practically like a home console game almost.
Basically.
For its time. Like, this game could, like, go toe-to-toe with Super Nintendo games at the time.
Yeah.
This was better than most Super Nintendo games.
Whoa.
It was! But it's just amazing that this was a Game Boy game. But at the same time, when they were making it, when, like, Game Freak and Nintendo were, like, teaming up to publish this game, I always wonder, did they know that they were like about to change the world when they were making this?
I'm obviously not.
Because last I checked, it's been some years, so I don't know how close it's caught up, or maybe it's #1 now. I have no idea. It's hard to imagine if it were #1. But last I heard, Pokemon was #2 in terms of like all-time sales, only to Super Mario.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Did you go into the house?
No.
Hey, go into the house, talk to Bill.
There might be an item back here.
There's not. It's going to take you back to the town. You need to talk to Bill because he gives you the boat ticket. I think I fucked that up too when I played this one time. Where I was like, shit, how do I get on the boat? Hiya, I'm a Pokemon. No, I'm not.
Call me Bill. I'm a true blue Pokemaniac. Hey,
you're green, actually. You're a true green Pokemon. Yeah.
I know. I don't even know what the fuck Pokemon he is. Sandshrew? I'm not joshing you. I screwed up an experiment.
Yeah, that's so weird. He's not in a Pokemon costume. He's literally a Pokemon. He literally turned himself into a Pokemon.
No, I'm not gonna help him. He could go fuck himself.
How does that even work?
Like the Fly, that movie?
Oh,
We come to like, like half a fucking like Butterfree.
I was
all gay shit.
I was thinking like, why would he be a Pokemon? Like what conditions would he be experimenting in?
I know.
Like, did you just catch him in like his weird sexual fetish? It's like furry to the extreme. He turns himself into a Pokemon. Like that's what gets him off.
Oh, dude, never mind. I'm not gonna even talk about it.
Maybe.
But all I'm gonna say is to sum up what 5 minutes I was gonna talk about. I'm just gonna sum it up in a second. Japanese are fucking weird.
Oh yeah.
And they're hentai and shit.
Everyone knows the Japanese are weird.
Oh, come on. Did he give me it already?
Maybe. He's talking about it, so if he hasn't, he will.
Oh yeah, he did. Okay.
It's always in your fucking bag. Needlessly taking up a spot. Cerulean Gym time?
Yep.